A Snow Owl production.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I've recorded this actually like 3 times because my mic went out, so that was fun. But basically, what I was going over in those bloopers, I guess you could say, was today we're gonna be going over Team Scrub. I know this video, I know you're gonna be looking for expertise, but that's not what this video is about. This video is to mainly put eyes on a lot of teams so that people who are new to the game, who are trying to figure out everything, really understand what type of team they're getting themselves into. So without further ado, Team Scrub consists of Cable, Sentinel, baby, Sentinel. Now you could pick either ground or projectile. I say you figure out which one is which for you, but for sure pick anti-air. I say both characters. Both characters work really well with the anti-air. Reasoning being is because how you say it, it's definitely important for you to anti-air. It's kind of like the main purpose of this team. So as you see here, we have Cable in the front. Reason why we run Cable Sentinel Commandos for DHCs, as you will see here. Excuse me. And then you would, call in Captain Commando. So you would do. I've actually never connected that. That was weird. Excuse me. Thank you. So I basically went over every single character and just very quickly. This is a quick guide. This isn't a guide to help you, become masters with them. It's really just understand their gameplay, what they do, and what you're going to be looking for while you're playing for them. So without further ado, let's start with Cable. Cable here is a long-range fighter. He's not really meant to be fighting up close. Most of his normals suck. Like, his launcher is pretty bad. And that's the only way you're getting his magic series is in the corner, because you will not get this anywhere else. As I say that, I mean, you can, it's just really difficult. I mean, I used to play a lot of Cable when I was a kid. But his magic series, and I'm like purposely not dropping it actually. Like, it's really weird. Like, his heavy kick drops. If you do it fast enough, you can catch it like I did here. But most of the times it drops. Like, so like that. It mainly drops like that. So you're not really going to be doing a lot of combos in terms of like button combos. He's mainly going to be keep away, so he's going to want to keep you at least like at this range. Most of his moves have these weird like animations to it, but you're not really going to be focusing on that. What we need to be focusing on is his main move, which is Scimitar. Scimitar right here. So Scimitar allows him to do an anti-air, but it's also a secondary effect because you can do this. You can cancel it into his super. His super Hyper Viper Beam is going to be the main super you use. I say do not do anything else unless you're doing Hyper Viper. This super sucks. Like, it looks cool, but it doesn't do that much damage. Or really is more situational more than useful. So your main source of damage is going to be coming from Hyper. So the facts about this super, his Hyper Viper, is if you do it regularly, look how it goes straight, right? But if you mash buttons, you're gonna look to the left here are my inputs. So you see these are my inputs. Notice I can change the direction of up and down, more of a vertical thing more than horizontal. So if I mash up and punch buttons, the beam goes up. If I mash down and punch buttons, it goes down. You can actually alternate in order to, catch somebody, because sometimes you may be able to catch them better downwards than upwards. And especially when you start learning how to do his Hyper Viper cancels, which is something I've struggled to do on a hitbox because I am playing on a hitbox. So I struggle to do Tiger Knees. I'm still kind of learning how to do Tiger Knees on here. It's like relatively easy, Hold on. I just want to show you, like, it can be done. And then you aim it down, and then you do it again. And then you would do another one into another one into another one, just like that. So basically, it's not something you need to learn. I would say don't focus on that so you get comfortable with the team, and then learn that with Cable, because that's going to be what brings you from, let's say, bronze status to at least silver to gold. Like, that takes you up a notch, because now you're able to get confirms and make that confirm do damage. So another critical, I should say, part of this team is going to be Captain Commando. So the reason why Captain Commando works for both Sentinel and Cable is because this assist is one of the best assists in the game. You could probably, no, from right here you should be able to hit it. Yeah. Even though, even a little further back. So like right here, mid-screen, like if your opponent walks up just a little bit, they gotta eat it. Like this is a mean range. Now the reason this works so well is because you can combo into it. And look how much damage that does. So imagine you learn a Hyper Viper combo and you have 3 bars. This is a dead character. That's a dead character automatically. So that's why I say this character doesn't require a lot of skill. And that's not a bad thing. Like I'm not saying Cable players are skillless. What I'm saying is that this character has a large reach of entry. But at the same time, once you get in and you learn, Cable's really worth it. His biggest op, to use the young kids' words, his biggest op is going to be Magneto. Reasoning is Magneto is fast. He can really pretty much duck under like a lot of this stuff because of like his angle of his dash. He can like dash up, you know, low forward and go off from there. You know, Magneto. So that's going to be Cable. Your biggest keep away tools are going to be jumping back, heavy punch to get that gun out and catch them jumping. So you're going to be doing a lot of this. Even if you're just catching strays, the damage off just this alone is enough. And then you can catch them lacking, like if they're jumping forward, you know, throw your grenades. And you can jump up heavy shot if they block it. So there's a lot of things you're going to be doing. And, you know, Scimitar to get out of situations. You know, even just that does a lot of things. They block it. Things of that nature. So you definitely want to be able to learn Cable. That's why we run him point. Because you're mainly going to be just racking up damage and also meter. So depending on like who you're fighting and things of that nature, that meter is going to come in clutch. Because you're mainly, I would say your main priority is to save Cable as much as you can because of the Hyper Viper combo. Once you learn it, that's going to be your main priority, is keeping him alive. So without further ado, we're going to look to the second man of the plan here. We're Sentinel, baby, Sentinel. So Sentinel is really important. He's going to be the main anchor of the team. Unfortunately, it's not going to be Commando, because Commando is basically the assist. But Sentinel here is going to be your main source of damage. Besides Cable, main source of damage. Decent mobility. You know, he can fly. Oops, wrong side. Great supers, except for this one. This one is hot ass. You never really want to use it unless you're just using it to get out of a situation. You never want to use it. This one is dependable. It's situational. It does okay damage. But the main super of the show here is going to be the Drone Storm. Reason is you can combo off. This is just one combo. And we'll show you just off base how much damage this does. I didn't suck ass. I don't suck ass. I got it. Look how much damage that did. That's a lot.
No, that's a lot of damage!
So like, just off that, you get that off combo, that's unscaled, and it will do a lot of damage in combo. So that's very DHCable from Cable into drones. You do one level of drones, and you know, you come in and cook them. That's one combo you can do with his super. Let's say, like, it drops him far away. And then you call him in again. And then you call your super in again, you do it again. So what a lot of this team requires is a lot of repetition. That's why it's kind of easier, and I would say, and it's not easier, or like scrubs can really learn this team, is because you're mainly going to be rocket punching. Oops, my finger hit that fat finger did. Boom. That's 1. That's 2. And I would just say practice at 3. And like the most you need to do is really practice 3, but just keep practicing until you get the mojo of it. Because once you do, you learn the team. So, you know, you have little oddities with, you know, every character that I would say you take the time as the person here. My job is to introduce you so that you can later do the expertise, the labbing, and other things of that nature so that you can enjoy this team more. My objective is for you to learn this team. So, without further ado, last character we're going to talk about in this video is going to be Captain Commando. Now, you're going to be hearing a lot of people refer to Captain Commando as Captain Suckass. For good reason. For good reason. It's not like they're making fun of the character. He's one of the coolest design characters in the game. I think Captain Commando's fit is there. He's Himothy. You can't go wrong with the Captain Commando. He's so cool, got me stuttering. The remix. That's how cool he is. Look, even look at his idle animation. Ooh, ooh, like he's putting that shit on though. So, your main source of anything with this character is going to be this short combo. Now, if you got super, I would say skip this part, because if you're mid-screen, it does absolutely nothing. You will whip. Now, if you're in a corner, all hits will land. Can I not? Like, I do this combo all the time. It's good to practice it. Because it's so simple, but yet easy to mess up. So, Captain Commando's got nothing really to offer the team besides this. You know, Captain Corridor is, like, literally it. Even singularly, like, he's like, this shit's broken as fuck, singularly. I'm not saying you can't take a round. Like, if you have Captain Commando last, you cannot take a round. But most pro players will put him down, meaning they'll put the controller down because they just do not want to deal with it. It is a little harder. Most of his moves are very, very stubby. Like, look how close I relatively have to be, where characters like Magneto can sit here and low kick and, you know, land the hit, or, you know, call an assist. I'm not saying you can't do that. Like, maybe Captain Commando with an assist is actually pretty good. Never use the burning kick. This move sucks. Most of the time they'll just roll out of it, or they'll, I think it's like minus something on block. I don't remember the exact numbers. So Captain Commando's really, you know, he's got other tools and weird oddities too. You know, he's really putting in that work. Sorry, that was one of my friends' sections. You know, he's got his little ninja friends and stuff. There you go. So, you know, he's got different characters and stuff that he plays with and things of that nature. So your best bet with Captain Commando is pretty much just learn his bread and butters, which is, you know, learning that does decent damage. It's not the best, and if you're in a corner, you can, you know, get super off of it. Even if I don't suck ass. Like, brother, like, what? I'm playing on the Switch version, by the way, so I'm not saying that makes the game any worse, but I'm playing on the Switch version, just to have a understanding. So basically, the rundown of this team is just learning how to DHC into them properly, learning how to play every individual character, but then as a team. I say learn them individually and then learn them as a team. But this is a team you can literally pick up, because the idea of the team is if you're playing Cable, you're just mashing this. You're just mashing it. Your opponent's gonna run into it at some point. You know, you throw a grenade here and there. You know, really spice it up. You know, your job with this team is really lock your opponent down. Really put the hurting on them. So that's Team Scrub. If you're interested, let's get this video to maybe 10 likes, and I'll even make a video on playing Team Scrub at a competitive level, playing them on ranked, playing them against other people. But without further ado, this was just a quick guide to really get you to understand the characters and really understand how they work in the grand scheme of things. Without further ado, see you guys later, and remember, stay my X's. Peace.